Alrighty, welcome to episode 34 of Black Hole's Let's Play series. So, I let my bees... Actually, I didn't let my bees do much. They only went through one cycle since last time. But, check it out. Now we have two commons over here. And in this one, we've got a common too. So that's a separate, breed. Well, let's get my beetleizer. I got some honey drops from all my combs. As you can see, I got a bunch of stuff in my inventory. Okay, let's see. Let's check out that common. Common forest. Slower. Okay. But the important thing is, what's the princess? Forest meadows. Okay. So you have half a drone and then a regular forest. Now let's get these ones. Princess. Forest. Okay. What about these drones? Forest, common, and common meadows. Okay. I want the commons. I'm going to keep trying to breed these princesses with common drones to get common. And then these ones have the same traits. These ones are the pure ones. And I'm going to keep them pure for as much as possible. So I'm going to move. I'm going to move some of these things around here. Put this here. Pure meadows. Here. I'm going to start automating these a bit. Hold on. Whoa. Okay. Let us put a transport pipe back here. A stone pipe above that. And then an insertion pipe. So I'm going to put the engine here. And it will pull out the output ones over here. Dark. I'll go up, and the insertion pipe will try to force them into this hive. Going to make some changes later when I get more equipment and stuff. But for now, temporarily, let's do this. And I've got an item tesseract. Send only, very important. Yep, that's not the one I wanted. Of course, I only have one engine on me. All very temporary. I'm going to get some applied energistics in here. And because it's so far away, what I'm going to do is make a small applied energistic network that'll handle just this area. That's why I have an energy tesseract. One of the reasons that I'm going to have an energy tesseract. But this is eventually I'll set it up so that there'll be a bunch of beehives along this row that will be breeding purebreds of whatever kinds and putting all the unused drones and combs into this tesseract. So it'll be generating drones which are useful for breeding purposes, and eventually they'll also be creating combs, actual stuff to do stuff with. Okay, let's see. Ah, I want to move these ones as well. Okay, well, I can't do much with bees right now. Let's get to plants. Because I didn't talk much about the plants last time. As you can see, I actually did manage to breed melons. Look at that. You put carrots and potatoes together and you get watermelons. Who would have thought that? Okay, I'm going to um, left click on the melons. Oh, okay. So I got a melon, as you would expect, and unknown seeds, a seed bag. They're unknown because you need to analyze them with the crop analyzer, and I don't have my back on. Check out the new GUI on MFSU. This is brand new. Little armor slots down there. Neat. Okay. The crop analyzer is a little interesting. Right click on it, just like you probably could have guessed by now. There. And here's the crop analyzer GUI. As you can see, you only have access to your hotbar, which is kind of a pain. The crop analyzer needs to be powered with some sort of battery here. The advanced nano chest plate counts as a battery. Okay, so take your seeds and put them in this slot. When you scan it once, it tells you what kind of seed it is, so melon. Scan it a second time, and it tells you the tier. Ooh, tier 2. Who discovered by Chow. Okay. And then the third time, okay, I give you more detail. Maybe it's the fourth time you scan it. There it is. The fourth time you scan it, it gives you the statistics, the actual information. These are all the information that industrial craft crops have. They have a growth value, a gain value, and a resistance. Uh, Growth is how fast it grows. Gain is how much stuff it gives you. Resistance is its ability to withstand being trampled. So, for me, that's resistance. Who cares? So, yeah, growth, gain. It uses a lot of charge. See that? That's is that 10,000? Yeah, 10,000 charge. EU. Yeah, it uses an entire rechargeable battery's worth of power. So it's a good thing I've got, so much in the thing. So that means it uses 1% of energy by level every time. It's crazy expensive. I believe, and I could be mistaken, but I think that Greg Tech adds a stationary crop analyzer. Like a block form. Let's just look up that. I would guess that it would use the crop analyzer in a recipe. So let's see if there's anything there. Portable scanner. I think the tricorder is something different. Let's see if the portable scanner is using anything. No? Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to actually harvest these ones too. Okay, wheat. And this time I got 2 seed bags. 2 unknown seeds. Get some from this one and the carrots over here. I need chests and stuff to handle all these things. Get some crop sticks and place them back on here. Leaving crops like this, just sitting there with nothing on them, is a recipe for weeds. Weeds love that, and they will grow they're much more likely to grow on something like this, and then spread to your other plants. So don't leave them like that. God, what a mess, what a mess. I guess I'm gonna put all this stuff away, I'm not ready for it yet. various bees. Seeds. Okay, growth 0, gain 2, resistance 2. Growth 0, green. Okay. The plant breeding is a bit more random than the bee breeding. The only real rules is that when two plants next to each other breed together, it takes like it takes their stats and can randomize them, so they could be sometimes higher or lower. And then if they're two different species, there's a chance that they'll form another species of the same tier or higher. So, like, see, the wheat is tier 1, melon is tier 2. So I got really lucky there. I got the potatoes and the carrots together to give me a tier 2 thing. You can also right click to harvest without breaking them. Sometimes you don't get anything if they have low yield. And see those dark green ones right there? Right here? Yeah, those are weeds. I think you can left or right click them to get rid of them. Right, frames. That was my next thing. Let's see. I'm going to get some applied energistics stuff in here. So I'm going to go craft up a bunch of applied energistics things, get them into this room, and then I'll start using them to breed these bees together. Okay, I think I have everything I need. I think. Okay. Purely because I have room down here, I'm going to, frames. Bees make a lot more produce if they have frames in them. So I set up a system to automatically craft these impregnated frames. Making the impregnated sticks from the carpenter and everything. I just took the stuff that I built for the to make apiaries. I just changed these things to make sticks instead. So that's that, and I already had a recipe to actually make the frame with the sticks and stuff. So let's just I've got an ender chest. What the heck? Let's put it here. 2 ender chests, of course. I'm going to set this one to export proven frames. And I'm going to tell it that it can craft them. It should start ordering some, which should start making them pretty soon. Because I want it to fill this chest with proven frames. Now it's nighttime, whatever. Okay. Take this apart. That was dumb. Anyway. Okay. I can move this one over. Just cause. Let's start, I suppose, with the controller. I'm gonna put over here. Let's punch out a couple. Maybe here. You know what? No, let's put the controller in the back. Controller right there. The controller. I got an ME drive. 4K storage cell. And an access terminal. Now let's go down here. I will definitely be having more machinery and stuff in here. So, got Tesseract. Tesseract. Hooked up to this redstone energy cell. And we'll hook that up to the actual power. So, receive only, check. It's filling up. Passing all of its energy straight to the controller. There we go. Alright, small little system there. Now let's punch out this piece. Take export buses. These export buses are going to fill the apiaries with bees and also with those frames. Ah, you can open a chest with something on top of it. Maybe. Okay, so it's going to, let's get a frame here. Put frames in them. It should, I believe, be smart enough to put them all in the right spots and everything, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's put... Oh, no, 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 I need princesses. Never mind that. Okay. Meadows, princess. The, Applied Energistics has special stuff to handle bees, so, it can do things with bees that it wouldn't normally be able to do. So, using a precision export bus, it will keep exactly the right species. So it will send Meadows drones and Meadows princesses straight into here using blah 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 blah. Right. The precision will send an exact duplicate of this princess. It won't accept anything that has a different genome. It will only accept this one with the exact same genome and the exact same genome for the drone too. So basically, it'll keep putting them back in and in, which is what I want. So it'll make sure that this one will always be pure meadows. It won't do any breeding, won't change anything. It'll stay pure meadows continuously. And when this one is done breeding, I'll do the same thing for them. And now let's put the import buses. Ah, what the heck? Let's put it on the bottom, I guess. Which will pull out everything. They're just basic, no configuration needed or possible. Let's go into the back. And got my ME cable. Connect these up. Okay, now here I'm going to put an ME storage bus. The storage bus allows it to interact with the chest and access it as if it was part of the network. Oh darn it, weeds took over my garden, didn't they? Yep, those are weeds. Weeds everywhere. They killed everything. Damn. I gotta get some weed X. Nope, not you. That's the one thing I don't. No, I didn't think so. Okay. Where was I? Right. Bees. Ah, it's raining. Anyway, the storage bus will be able to access the ender chest. So if you see here, I can actually get to the ender chest through there, and it will put things in there. I believe the storage bus, whatever is configured to it, right? I should change it. I should configure it. I don't think I did that. There's a creeper over there. Bam. Okay, so now it will store all the proven frames in there. That way, the machinery on the other side should keep this ender chest full, but it won't overfill it. Like, it won't fill up thousands upon thousands of them. It'll only fill this many. So, that's the goal right there. So if I put, these bees in here, they should go in here, and they did, for a second, before being pulled out and pushed right into here, where they mated, and now are of course unhappy because it's raining. Anyway, let's go and put back here. And just take out that creeper. Let's put a fuzzy export bus next to this item tesseract. We'll tell the fuzzy bus combs, and because it uses the OR dictionary, it will ensure that any and all combs will be sent into the tesseract. And send only right into the primary input. And our system already knows what to do with combs. It'll centrifuge all of them to get out the stuff, and then we'll probably have another. Oh man, I have an extra tesseract, don't I? I will use it probably for other things. Anyway, that's the basic gist of that. Let's see what these guys did. Alright, common princess. Okay, let's see what we got. Common force. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even check to see if it was taking the frames out. It was not. It is not putting frames in there. Well, that kind of ruins everything, doesn't it? Sadly, this should have no effect. And it does not. Well, darn. Ah. You know, Sengir might have... Sir Sengir, the author of Forestry, might have made it impossible to automatically insert frames. That's the sort of thing he does. I'm gonna have to look that up. Just a second. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's impossible. I put, I had to put, it seems to be impervious to anything I can think of. Buildcraft pipes, hoppers. I don't know, there might be a way to trick it in there. But it's probably going to require more work than I thought. Darn. Also, my ender chest is not being filled with frames. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, it says it's trying to craft them. Doesn't say it's missing any materials. It's got seed oil. Hmm. Why do I have an untreated frame? One impregnated frame with 8 sticks and 1 string. How did I get an untreated frame? Okay. Weird. The only difference, by the way, between the 3 forestry frames, the untreated, impregnated, and proven frames, is the length of time that they last. They increase the production the same amount. Okay. Right, I just put those 2 drones in there. Still breeding away to try and get purebred commons. And then I'll put another more alvearies or apiaries, more apiaries along here and breed more pures, especially the common. You'll need them a lot for breeding. Kind of frustrating that I can't get frames in there. I'm gonna have to do what I can to find a way to do it. I've got to get some weed killer. Yeah, that's the problem with the automating crops. Kind of a pain. Well, there's one more thing I can do. In regards to bees, sort of. I can start getting into some tree breeding. In order to breed trees, all you need are bees nearby. I guess I don't need to plant the oak trees. No, grow up. Yeah, you need, the bees will pollinate trees within a certain radius. That's their pollination size. And so what they'll do is they'll take pollen from one leaf block from the leaves and exchange them with the pollen of another leaf, and that will mutate it a little bit, or could potentially mutate it. So you get trees with different stats and things. So just get some bees going and put trees near them for the start. Okay, I'll just wait here until all the bees are done. Okay, so I figured out why my system wasn't filling this thing up with frames. You can see clearly now it's working. Because the 2 frames I had were actually proven frames. The ones that you can't craft, you can only get them from villagers, or I suspect they came from a dungeon that my quarry dug through. So it was trying to fill this up with proven frames, which it couldn't make or get and didn't know what to do. So when I changed that to impregnated frames, it started producing them. But like I said before, apparently I can't actually fill these with them. So, a little frustrating. Ah, just not getting much luck here. Forest, forest. Forest, forest. That is exactly the opposite thing that I want to see happening. Forest cultivated. Okay, so I got a new mutation there. Cultivated, even though I didn't want cultivated yet. So cultivated is the next. I guess I'll try to get it. Is the next breed level of bees. Uh, the advantage of the cultivated bees is that they produce a lot of honeycombs, quite a lot. I think they have like a high or something, high production or something, fast workers, something like that. Anyway, with all these with frames in them, they should be producing a lot more. Wow, see, already going. It's pretty random still. Oh, there's actually a reason I'm holding onto the combs here and not throwing them into the system to be turned into honey. I need a couple to want to make something special. So anyway, not quite sure how I can automate this any further without being able to put frames in there. Wait, doy. Oh no, still wouldn't. Okay, still trying to put proven frames, but telling it impregnated frames isn't going to help. No. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I don't know what I'll do about that. I wonder if golems could do it. Only one way to find out. What the what? Okay. This is a clay golem. His job is to take things, his job is to keep an inventory stocked. That's what the clay golems do. So I put him on top of the apiary and told him to keep it filled with impregnated frames. And then there's a white marker block under the chest. And apparently he put them in this slot. So, yeah. And it didn't put the impregnated frames back in there like it should have. Let's take this out. Let's see what happens if I do this. Nope. He's putting them in the wrong place. Darn. Okay, stop. Darn, because they're... At least the bees are working. You see that? They got pulled out and put back in that fast. It's 16 drones. That's the maximum. You can't stack the drones more than 16. So after that, we'll start getting extras. Yeah, you get chocolate frames. You can make cocoa beans from UU, so that wouldn't be too bad, I suppose. Yeah, chocolate makes them produce more and die sooner. Soul frame increases the chance of mutating. Healing frame. I don't know. Yum yum yum. Melons. Wonder if the farming golems can farm the IC2 crops. It's possible. Right, I should put that pumpkin seeds down somewhere. Anyway, waiting for the bees to die. Actually, I just realized we're already over the 30-minute mark. So, I gotta say, today was a bit of a disappointment. It didn't quite go as well as I would have hoped. got some bees growing and producing stuff, but couldn't get frames in. And my breeding isn't going very well either. Oh well, maybe we'll have more luck next episode. So, thanks for watching. Hope you liked the episode. Kind of boring this time, I think. I hope. I think I'm gonna move the crops further over here into this corner or something. Maybe I'll just put them on hold for a while. Oh, let's check out and see if there are any. My trees did grow, by the way. Let's see if there are any special leaves. You can tell if the leaves have been pollinated because they'll look different. I don't think so, no. It's definitely within range. Oh well. See you later.